Wanted Posters for me was one of those songs that I didn't really understand entirely what it was about or the story I was trying to tell until the song was completely done. And Wanted Posters kind of explores this idea of chasing the dream, but feeling like you're doing the same things over and over again, thinking that it's going to work out. And they say that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And that's kind of what this was, is it was like chasing after the same dream, but in the same sorts of ways, and not really looking at it in terms of what can I do to accomplish it. It was kind of looking at it in the way of, this is what I'm doing. If I keep doing this thing, it'll eventually work out. And the whole wanted poster element kind of comes from this idea that the person that we're trying to be doesn't really look like who we are or look like who we think we are. And kind of exploring that sort of narrative in terms of, I don't currently look like who I was, and I also currently don't look like who I thought I would be. Being that the whole theme of this project was kind of this early 20s life transition, it's very fitting because we're not the person that we dreamed we would be. You know, you go to college and expect X, Y, and Z to happen, but X, Y, and Z doesn't happen, so then you walk out of it different than you thought you would, and it's this feeling of, am I where I should be, or is the person that I thought I was going to become not really the person that I was meant to be? And there's a lot going on in this song behind the story, and this was one of my better songwriting songs on this album. And Wanted Posters is one of those that's definitely underrated and doesn't get necessarily the hype it deserves, because it does tell a really cool story, and it's something that a lot of people can relate to, because we all have dreams and we all have things that we want to work out and want to be, but those things don't always work out in the way that we plan them to, and we don't always become the people that we think we're going to.
And I think that I've lost my mind, and I don't think that I'll find it. Been chasing after it for miles and miles, but it keeps getting further away. And I don't think I'll make my way back. It's been hours since I even veered off the tracks. Years since anything's felt in place. Kept searching for who I was. The wanted posters were different.